agony, despair, melancholy, pain. The hardest feeling a human could probably experience. Fuss. We look down on it, suppress it, we avoid it, even if it means closing ourselves off. I've noticed we view pain as punishment. Has something bad ever happened to you, and the first thing you asked yourself was, what did I do to deserve this? Why did this happen to me? As a sensitive, as a human who takes pride in the emotional spectrum, even I struggle with pain. And I've been through the mud a few times. It was thick, so thick, I nearly drowned. It slowed me down, and sometimes I thought I remained stuck there. But my stubborn self always pulled through. I even did it alone because I struggle letting people in at my lowest. I've proven my own resilience, but also that there's a way out of pain. It just takes time, your own courage, and love, especially coming from yourself. Whenever I come out of it finally, I almost dread it happening, because I know it's part of life, ups and downs, lessons. I always circle back that what I'm experiencing is an experience. Looking back at each hardship in my life, which is basically a time of challenge, ending in grief usually, loss, failure. They've all shaped me into who I am today, be it for the good or bad. We've all been shaped by our own experiences. It's up to us how we want them to shape us. Do I let this tear me apart, or do I rise from the ashes? I've been torn up before. I've lost hope. I've wanted to vanish off the planet because I couldn't imagine moving forward. The fact that I'm still here feels like a miracle. I guess you could imagine my own character development. Because of my personal story, I have so much love and respect for myself. I don't enjoy pain. I hate when things end in my life. I hate choking on my tears. I hate carrying resentment. I hate the heavy weight trapped in my chest. I hate overthinking. I hate losing the person I was before the pain came in. But after it washes away with time, I gain clarity. I realize this needed to happen for me, despite all the pain I've experienced in my life, and the future hardships which have yet to come. I don't take any of it back. It would mean losing a part of me, a version of me that's stronger. And that's it. Sometimes you have to learn things the hard way. And I see the hardest lessons as the most rewarding to my character. So I've been experiencing a lot of hardships this past year. And I've honestly not been a fan of what this year is. And that's okay. It's not going to be a favorite year of mine, but it seems to be a needed year of lessons and evolving. It's a growth year, not a receiving year. I would say the biggest hardship I have experienced this year so far, it's only May as I'm filming this, but has been a separation with someone that I really, really, really loved, really cared about so much, to the point where I honestly had an attachment to someone and I didn't want them to leave. I was so keen on tolerating whatever I had to in order to keep this person by my side. I just abandoned myself, basically. And it's not the most loving thing you could do for yourself. That really questioned my own self-love and confidence. So the situation is over now. Now I'm in a period of a more self-reflective state. And this has happened to me a lot before with any kind of hardships, any kind of challenges. When a challenge finally ends, I tend to ponder on it and I reflect on, why did this happen to me? And I always say that to myself, why, as I'm in this period of anger or frustration or sadness, I'm like, why did this happen to me? As if I am being attacked. But that's not the point of experiencing a challenge or a hardship. These things were done for me. And I, sometimes have to remind myself that this experience is just human. The point of it is to just have an experience. And I think as souls, as something that, that's what I personally believe in. We come here to evolve our soul. And so this experience, this really big hardship of mine, which is, I have to say, one of the top biggest hardships I think I've ever experienced in my life, where I've gone to develop so much growth from it. And I'm still growing from it, but I've gained a lot of the, I guess, information. I've gotten a lot of new information, and I'm gonna let it evolve my own being over time. And that's the point. This didn't happen to me, but it happened for me. Right now, I have feelings of anger, I have feelings of resentment, of confusion, of frustration, of betrayal, and all these dark, negative emotions of what comes with being human. But there will come a day where I don't carry those emotions anymore, and I'll be able to reflect back on this situation with a lot of gratitude. And I look back at, past hardships in my life, and there's not one that I've ever experienced where I regretted it, where I was like, I hated that whole thing. This one is pretty bad, but I can say, honestly, that I think I'll be able to look back and be like, I'm glad it happened, even though it fucking sucked in the moment. But thank God it happened, because I wouldn't be who I am today if that thing didn't fucking happen to me. That is the whole point. And that is why I'm so grateful for having a bad year, for having a bad day, for having a bad month, whatever the fuck it is. Thank God it happened, because I wouldn't be here who I am today, experiencing what I am right now. If there's anything hard that you're experiencing right now in your life, the emotions you're experiencing will subside over time. And to just take the challenge head on. I think right now you're going through a very important period in your life right now. And, it doesn't feel comfy. We like things to feel like they're moving forward. But the reality is that we're actually always moving forward, especially when a challenge comes up. I think right after that challenge, there's a leveling up. I like to think that we're being prepared for something in our lives, and we need a challenge to help us level up so we can take on whatever's coming next. And it's something to look forward to. So just take it head on. It's not gonna last forever. Life has a lot of ups and downs. You could be up here, but one day you're gonna have to come back down. I think it's just, that's how the universe balances itself out. I think at the end of the day, everything is all about balance. Having a rainy day, having a sunny day. There's always that middle ground. If you're in an era of some hardships, fucking sucks, but it's not gonna last forever. And this is a beautiful period right now. It's just hard to see it like that, but it's truly beautiful. And I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for us. And yeah, I'm wishing you the best. So, who would I be today if it weren't for the anguish, the grief, the anger, the shame, the heartache, the regret? I wouldn't recognize myself. I wouldn't be strong. I wouldn't have much understanding for life or myself. I wonder if I'd be a robot, cruising through life so obliviously. I'm afraid it would feel empty. So maybe pain brings life meaning, because there's something beautiful about finding light after being in the dark for a while. There's a new perspective, a fresh start. Pain is temporary, just like everything else is in life. Don't fear it, but don't carry it forever. Take something from it. It's a misunderstood gift, just waiting for you to use it for your highest good.